The moment Ethan saw her standing at the edge of the forest, shivering in the cold morning light, he felt something tighten inside his chest. She looked exhausted. Not the tired kind you sleep off, but the kind that settles deep in your bones after life has pushed you too hard for too long. Her clothes were dusty, her eyes were red from crying, and she held her backpack like it was the last thing she owned in the world. Ethan didn't know her name. He didn't know her story, but he knew real fear when he saw it, and she was terrified. That was the moment, without thinking, without hesitation, he said the words that would change both of their lives. "If you need a safe place for the night, my cabin is just up the hill." Before we continue this powerful story, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Heartwise Stories, where every story reminds us that kindness still matters. Her name, he learned later, was Mara, a quiet name, fitting for someone who had learned to survive by staying unseen. She told him just enough to explain why she was running. A broken home, a bad choice of friends, and one night when everything spiraled too fast for her to escape cleanly. Ethan didn't press for details, sometimes asking what happened hurts more than helping. Instead, he lit the wood stove, made her warm soup, and handed her a blanket fresh from the dryer. For the first time in hours, maybe days, Mara's shoulders relaxed. She slept on the couch, curled up like someone afraid the world might still reach in and take something from her. And Ethan kept watch from his old rocker chair, not because he feared anything, but because she finally didn't have to. Morning arrived gently, the way winter mornings do in the mountains, soft light, silent snow, the kind of peace you feel before you see it. Mara sat at the table, hands wrapped around a steaming mug of tea, eyes lowered. She looked calmer, but also conflicted. Finally, she whispered the question that had been building in her chest all night. "Will you still keep your word? Will you still let me stay safe, even after you know who I am?" Ethan set down the pan he was holding. It wasn't her question that surprised him. It was the fear in her voice, as if she was used to kindness being temporary, as if she expected good people to vanish once they learned the truth. Slowly, he sat across from her. "Mara, safety isn't a gift you earn. It's something everyone deserves until they can stand on their own again. I keep my word." Her eyes filled instantly, silent, heavy tears that carried years of being unseen. But the twist came next. Because that morning, Ethan expected gratitude. What he didn't expect was courage. Mara reached into her backpack and set a small folded envelope on the table. Her whole life, her real story, was written inside. Police reports, a goodbye letter to a sister she couldn't protect, a list of mistakes she thought disqualified her from kindness. Ethan didn't read the papers. He didn't need to. He pushed the envelope gently back toward her. "Whatever this is, it's not your future. You get to write that with who you are now." And for the first time, Mara believed him. She stayed 3 weeks, not as a burden, but as someone learning how to breathe again. She helped stack firewood. She learned how to cook Ethan's terrible pancakes. She even laughed, really laughed, like someone who had forgotten she was allowed to. And on the day she finally decided to leave and start over, she said something that Ethan would remember for years.